figures from every age. Join us now, turn the page. From the big screen to the small. It's Geek Week, the podcast of the year. Join the fun with laughter and cheer. Toys collecting and tales from the past. Tune in now, the good times will last.
We dive into movies that make us dream, with memories like a childhood theme. TV shows that caught our eyes, let's collect the moments and rise.
Like, share, subscribe, don't miss out. It's Geek Week, the podcast of the year. Join the fun with laughter and cheer. Toys collecting and tales from the past. Tune in now, the good times will last.
Like, share, subscribe, don't miss out.
Hello. Hello. We're
Hello.
here. Happy Black Friday-ish weekend sort of thing.
Kind of.
It's Geek Week. It's episode 179 with me, Jacob's Toys, and of course the wonderful one and only SuperSorrell. We're really going yin and yang now. Like, you're going blacker, I'm going whiter. Like, it's like we are really the yin and yang podcast. Thanks very much everyone tuning in. Obviously, if you're watching along live, like we can see in the comments, I'll get to some of the people in a minute. Then obviously comment as we go, join in with the conversation. It's very much appreciated. If, however, you are watching us on catch up, like we know a lot of you do, Mr. Sorrell, what do they need to say?
Use the hashtag catchupcrew.
That's it, hashtag. Yes, so there we go. We're going out across lots of different platforms. So throw your comment up and we'll do our best to pull them up on the screen as we go. It's all good. How's your week been, Sorrell? All right?
Not bad. Last week, did I show you that the Build-A-Bear costumes fit on horror figures? Did I show you that?
You did show me. I don't know whether you showed me in the stream.
Screen? I'll get it. I'll just read you over and get it anyway because it's adorable. But
Yay.
Art the Clown now has a lovely Santa outfit.
Nice.
Whee!
That's really cool. And a
Well,
hacksaw.
Well, it's upgraded him to Terrifier 3. Because obviously in the Terrifier 3 he gets a Santa costume, so I thought it makes him more current.
Well, there you go. There you go. What how can you even complain? How can you even complain? Yeah, it's been a productive week. It's been a lot going on.
Yeah, I've got to say, I do like this new Dracula.
I haven't opened mine yet.
He's an amazing figure. Very cool.
I haven't opened mine yet.
The face sculpt on it and stuff's really good.
And you weren't that keen. You weren't overly keen, were you, when it first was announced?
It's the red suit, and I grew up reading Dracula Lives and Tomb of Dracula and things like that. So I grew up with like the tuxedo wearing Dracula. This is the more modernized version from, like Age of Apocalypse and all the X-Men comics and Death to Dracula and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, it does help that recently I've been reading Deadpool, and I've got a book called Dracula's Gauntlet, which is before Dracula. Before Deadpool married Schickler. It's that storyline when she was basically like betrothed to Dracula, and Deadpool steals her away basically.
Yes.
But Dracula makes him go through like a gauntlet of baddies to fight and all that stuff. It's a really good comic, If people have never seen the monster side of Marvel, that would be a good comic to start with it being Deadpool.
Well, we are talking comics, aren't we? With Triple G next week. Let's see if it's close enough. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let me just grab one of the many boxes I've got to unpack still. I've got so many boxes I've got to unpack, but we're talking comics. Let me just get some stuff out of the way. I've been picking up, which I'm absolutely loving at the moment, mainly for the covers, not for the actual books as such, but the Alex Ross covers.
Okay, yeah.
So there's a whole bunch of them out there. So they're just like plain covers with the Alex Ross timeless covers, they're called.
Nice.
And they're just absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. I've got a couple of others as well. Oh, no, this is one of my favorites. One of my favorites.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then, of course, I couldn't have. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Might be one of my other boxes, but I couldn't have Spider-Man without obviously having. Oh, hang on. No, it's not in this box. It's not in this box. But yeah, I couldn't have Spider-Man without having Venom as well. So I have got Venom somewhere.
Nice.
I just don't know where. But it's in here somewhere. But they're the ones I've been picking up recently, mainly for display purposes. Mainly for display purposes. So that's going to be my big kind of display. But I got so many boxes I need to get to, and I need to open up, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I just kind of want to get to it now. I'm at that stage now where I just kind of want to get stuff done, and I'm kind of just getting a bit frustrated. I got back into my trading cards a little bit this week. I got some really cool Wow Spider-Man trading cards, which are like they're really nice, trading cards, and they do like these are almost some doubles. But they do obviously there's rare ones to hunt down. They do like base sets, which is and you can see all the different. They do like movie stills as well. And you can kind of look up how many there are per base set and stuff. But then there are some that are like really nice, got like really nice kind of metallic-y finish on them. But there's something like 300 or 250 odd in the whole set. So I don't think I'm going to be completing this, because they also have like the ultra rare kind of 1 in 4,000 and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to be picking those up, let's be honest.
It was like that when Lacana came out for Disney. I really wanted to get in on that massively, but they just released too many sets too quickly early on.
Yeah,
and it just put me right off.
I've got a couple of binders. They're not out here with me at the moment, but I've got a couple of like card binders that hold about 250 cards, and I've got various different sets. And I've completed a couple of sets, and then there's a couple of other more modern sets. I've got a couple of really retro sets. I think the oldest set I've got is the Superman 178, 79, like a complete set. But when I saw those, I was like, oh, I could open packs, which is quite cool. But yeah, it's quite frustrating. It's quite frustrating.
Can I ask how am I sounding this week? Does it sound good?
Yeah, you sound good, mate. You got a new headset?
Yeah, it's a new headset. I've got a new camera. I'm just waiting for the lights to be fitted above my desk, and then I should be not as in the dark next week. Should be quite lit up for once.
Nice.
But yeah,
well, you just
newer stuff. So
you just saw like half of my light setup go, and it kind of just blew, like whitewashed everything out. So I've got to work on that. Hence why my figures are. I mean, they're not even out properly. Look, there's just a whole mixed match. Like I've got.
Would there be any way to light up the shelves but turn the main light off? So you've just got the shelving on.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
That'd be the way to do it, I would think.
I could do that. Should I do it? Should I give it a try while we're here?
Go for it. Let's see what it looks like.
Right. I've only got like two shelves done, so let's have a look. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can work some magic, Sorrel. Right. So I turn the main light off.
Yeah.
Oh, green dark. And then, oh, look.
Yeah, that's better.
Look, if I light it up, it's like just
not that high though, but yeah, a little bit lower than that. There you go.
Look, see?
That's not bad.
See, it's quite atmospheric, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a nice light.
I might start like podcasting like this. This is cool. But for now, there's too many wires, so I'm going to turn that back on, and I'm going to turn that off. We need to work on it. And I hate wires being out everywhere. Like it all needs to be contained, and I like all my wires to be hidden and stuff. So
hang on, I need to get some 1 minute.
Leave me already. Leave me already. But yeah, no, it's been a good week. It's been a good week. Let us know in the chat if you've had any. Oh, my light's just gone off again. Look, it'll come back on. It'll come back on. There we go. Yeah, let us know in the chat if you guys have had any pickups, or if there's anything that you guys are waiting on being delivered. What I find really interesting, I showed last week that I got the Wolverine Marvel Legends figure, but the Deadpool's still nowhere to be seen. So they haven't kind of released the Deadpool, which I'm really surprised about. I thought the two of them would be coming out like at the same time.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense that one's come without the other, really.
No, it doesn't. And obviously there's no news yet of any other figures out there. One thing I would say though is, remember last week I said Hot Toys was going to release the 4 Voyage
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
Have you seen X-23's been released? The
Yes.
product shots.
Yes. It looks good.
Looks good. Looks good. The resemblance is definitely there. One thing I will say about Hot Toys is that they nail the resemblance. But I'm not sure if that's something I want or not.
Well, all the skins you're gonna get Elektra, Blade, Elektra, Blade, Gambit, Deadpool, Wolverine. All the skins are coming to the Fortnite skin store this week.
Oh,
So it does seem like things are starting to tick on now with these characters. So if Hot
Okay.
Toys have started putting images out and all the skins are being teased by Fortnite, then surely Hasbro can't be far behind.
You would
Figure
think.
Arts as well has started to tease more Deadpool stuff.
You would think, wouldn't you? You would think that Hasbro would have the Legends figures kind of announced and out there at least at the same kind of time as the other people. But
yeah, it's obviously so it's on Disney Plus now, isn't it? You can sit and watch Deadpool and Wolverine on Disney Plus right now.
Yeah.
But while we're on the subject of Marvel Legends, mate, I've just got to say as well, other than Dracula that I opened this week, I was very fortunate that the good folks over at Hasbro heard my pleas for more monsters, and they sent me Morbius.
Nice.
But I finally got him, but I had to put the noir coat on him. I love the noir coat; it's so much better than the standard trench.
Yeah, it looks good on him with the collar and everything.
Yeah, that looks more like the comic book, because when the animated series came out in the 90s, they did make Morbius look more like this in the comics. This was his look in the blue for a while, so this is a more accurate sort of look for him with the modern version of Ghost Rider, and they're all from about the same era then with the 90s stuff. So it does look good. I just need that new Man Thing now, because my Man Thing is pretty old at this point. He's a bit loose and a bit knackered, so I could do with the new one.
That's fair enough. I'm going to say just quickly in the comments, Joshy Boy Toys said I got my advent calendar this year for this week. This week. Is that just a chocolate one, or are you talking like toy calendar?
I think he's talking toys.
Yeah.
I showed off that I got the Five Nights at Freddy's one, and it looks awesome. I can't wait to open it.
Nice. Andy as well in the comments said vintage original Dinobots. Looking forward to them arriving. That is awesome, Andy. While we're on the subject of Transformers as well, did you see the thing I put up?
Yeah, for the store opening in London.
Yeah. So we've got on Tuesday in Battersea Power Station in London, there is a designated Transformer store opening. It's the first in the world that it's a store dedicated to just Transformers, which is very cool. I'm going along on Tuesday morning to do some kind of bit of video and stuff like before the store's kind of open, just to see what's going on.
Do you know if it's Hasbro specific, or is it? Do you think they're going to have like Blockies and Funko and?
Well, RoboSen's there.
Okay, so it's not just Hasbro then.
Well, RoboSen were tied in with Hasbro. Yeah, because obviously the licensing and stuff like that. And I know at MCM, RoboSen did like a display at the Hasbro booth. So I don't know whether it's only brands that are tied in with Hasbro or whether they're going to have all sorts there.
They're all really tied in some way, because obviously it's Hasbro owns Transformers. It's not like it's a license. It's their license, isn't it?
Yeah, you'd think so. They're also opening a Peppa Pig store as well.
Really? What? A Peppa Pig store? Hasbro, my god.
But they're down at Battersea. So if anyone watching does fancy going along, literally just drop me a DM on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and just say you want to be entered into the competition, because we're giving away a bunch of tickets to attend the fan event. So the fan event it looks quite epic, to be fair. There's everything going on that is going on for me in the morning with a press event, but on top of it, you're going to get goodie bags and giveaways and all sorts of stuff. So it's definitely worth attending if you're local, or if you can get to Battersea. I just need to know. So send me a message. Let me have your details. I'll enter you into the competition and I'll get some of those tickets out to you. Even if you're not sure whether you can make it or not, but you want tickets, let me know so I can put your name forward and I can put it in the drawer and everything, because obviously it's better to have the ticket and not be able to go than not have a ticket and miss out. So yeah, it does look like it's really geared up for fans, but I don't know. Until I get there, I can't really tell you much. I can only tell you what I've been told. So there we go. John Hood said very quickly he's got a Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar arriving this week. Joshy Boy Toys got a DC Funko one. And Shelley's there saying greetings from sunny Florida. Just in queue for Tron. Connection is sketchy, so probably play catch up crew. Good stuff. Hope you're enjoying yourself, Shelley. On the DC note as well, do you know where I went yesterday?
Oh, it's the Batman thing.
Yeah. Mate. It was epic. It was really, really cool. And considering my love for DC is quite minimal. Let me see, I've got like Superman. Got one Superman, there's another one hiding in there somewhere. But my love for DC is not as massive as Marvel, but it reminded me so much of how much I love Batman.
It's all the movie props mainly, isn't it? Is it more movie props than anything?
Yeah, so in a nutshell, you go in. I went with a good friend of mine and my youngest son, who's 5. And you kind of go up your queue in and you walk into essentially the Wayne Manor. So it's like the library area of the Wayne Manor. And there's the red telephone and everything like that. And you think, I know what's going on here. There's a secret entrance. Let's be honest. Anyone that's seen anything to do with Batman, you know you're going through the bookcase. Like that's what's happening. And they do this whole big video, the 85th anniversary of Batman, and Jim Lee's there talking. So obviously he's like president of DC something or other, isn't he now? And he's talking and everything. And then they do this really cool interactive thing where like Jim Lee speaks to the guy in the room via the phone, and it's all really, really cool. And then there's kind of a little bit of a clue to work out. There's like a Wayne family portrait, and then there's like a bat statue on top of the piano. And on the statue, it says, "Towards family I fly," or something like that. And then the guy says, "Oh, what do you think we've got to do?" Like, and then somebody shouted, "Oh, we got to turn the statue to the portrait," or something like that. And then my son, who was the youngest one in the room, was wearing a Batman t-shirt and everything. And he was like, "You, Batman, come and help me." My son genuinely thought he had like found like the lost temple, like went up there, turned the thing like all coy. The bookcase open, like it was wicked. But then when you go through there, it is all movie props. So it's all the suits, all the kind of they're not replicas, they're actual from the DC, the Warner Brothers lot. But all the grappling guns, the cows, the belts, the movie props, everything down to the new Batman film as well with Robert Pattinson. So there was the actual greeting cards, you know, where the Riddler puts the stuff in greeting cards. They were actually there. The stuff from Joker with the laughing condition business card and stuff. And then all suits as well. Everything from Suicide Squad's Harley Quinn to the latest Joker's suit. All the Batman suits you could imagine. And I'll tell you what, actually in person, Robert Pattinson's one was wicked. Like I was actually really impressed. And then you go through a load of themed rooms. So there's like a Joker room and a Riddler room and all this kind of stuff. And then you kind of come out and there's the full Batmobile from the Batman. Nice. And again, it looks a lot more epic in person. And then you go out, and then before you go out, there's like a load of Batman toys to play with, which is great. There's like all the Imaginext stuff, so my son was made up. There's like a Skeletrix all set up. There's like a big green screen thing with like where you can climb up the wall with a rope and stuff. Yeah, it took about an hour and a half to go through, but it was awesome, absolutely awesome.
Did they have a gift shop at the end of it?
Yeah, of course they had a gift shop at the end of it.
It sounds a lot like the Jurassic World when I did. Sounds very similar sort of setup. It's my wife and my daughter went to the Friends experience, and it was the same sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? But as a fan of Batman, it was immersive. Like you were not so much, you weren't kind of transported to anywhere, but it was just brilliant to kind of stand shoulder to shoulder with these suits and look at all that kind of stuff and everything like that. But I think, it was just a very good thing. I think probably one of my favorite things was they had all of the cows, like every single Batman cow from 89 Batman all the way through to they didn't have Adam West's, which was a bit disappointing, but they had like 89 Batman all the way through to like armored Batman with like the cracked and then there was one box at the end, and my son was like, "Oh, that one's empty." And then as you got closer, it was the Lego Batman cow.
It was brilliant. All these like massive boxes that kind of house the cows, and then they put the same sized one at the end, same like display pole and everything. And then at the end, it looked like something had been taken out. And it's only when you got close you're like, oh, it's Lego Batman. But no, it's well worth it. Well worth it. And I think I was just really pleased. I picked up a like an 85th Batman T-shirt, which was cool. But yeah, if you're London way, it's near Covent Garden. It's quite easy to get to by tube. About an hour and a half to get through it, or if you kind of walk slowly. But yeah,
the same sort of thing when I did the Jurassic World, when you sort of went through and it was you got on a boat and that took you to the island, and then they did the whole welcome to Jurassic Park with the gate opening, and it was very sort of similar setup. It sounds very similar. Probably the same companies that run them, to be fair. It's probably the same business.
Yeah, probably. But no, it was good. It was good fun. It was a very geeky weekend. And then I went and saw Wicked today.
I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard a lot of good things.
Yeah. You know, I'll probably lose subscribers for this, but I don't like the show. I'm not a big fan of it. Like, my wife's seen it like a dozen times. She loves it. And we went to see it. And I was like, it's all right. It's okay. So sorry, mate. Sorry. But yeah, so I wasn't a big fan of the show. But I didn't hate it. I just wasn't like, I didn't come out going, this is my life now.
No, I don't love it that much. It's not my life or anything. I'm not one of them. I'm not Alpha or off of TikTok. But I don't make it my whole personality. But
the movie,
the movie's meant to be really good. But did you see the surprise
cameos?
The thing you're not meant to say it, but yeah, the thing that everyone's keeping secret.
Oh, like, yeah.
It's meant to be a secret, but I believe it is all over TikTok, but probably by now.
Yeah. But, well, I didn't know about it going in, but there are a few faces to look out for.
Yeah. Obviously, Should we just say
it? There's 4 faces I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Well, there's the 2, isn't there? The 2 main ones. The 2 that everyone got, the most of the theatre nerds got excited for. Let's be honest.
Yep. There's those 2.
Yeah.
There's also another one.
There's the guy. Yeah. There's the guy.
Yeah. And then there's somebody playing a part in it that I didn't know that was in the film.
Oh, right. Okay. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I'm not aware of that one then.
I don't think it's a secret. I didn't know Jeff Goldblum was in it.
Oh yeah, Jeff Goldblum's obviously well advertised as being there.
Yeah. I think I've just not been. I wasn't paying attention. And there's like right at the beginning, you see a statue of the wizard, and I was like, looks like my boy Jeff Goldblum. That does. Like, I just thought that was me wishfully thinking, but he played a perfect wizard. But no, it's really good. It's definitely worth going to see.
The thing is, this is really bad because I know a lot of people will kill me for this, but I'm kind of like this between do I see the new Christmas movie with The Rock and Chris Evans, or do I see Wicked? I do fancy both.
Yeah, that does look quite good. That does look quite good as well. But I came out of the cinema, like I didn't realize it was 2 hours and 40 minutes, right? And it's only part 1.
I know most people the reviews about people, because people who weren't aware of the production and how it ends and stuff for part 1, they end it like they do at halftime at the theater.
At the interval,
the same interval like part, which is brilliant. I think that's a great way of doing it.
Yeah, I didn't think we were going to get Defying Gravity in this one.
Right, okay.
I thought that they were going to be really and literally drop the credits just before Defying Gravity, so the next one opens with it, because that's a way to guarantee everyone's going to come back. But yeah, like you say, it literally goes to the interval at the same time as the show. But yeah, so I sat down with my wife and I was like, okay, because I wasn't fussed about going. I'm glad I did. It's on record, it's on the internet. If she watches this, she'll hear that I've said I am glad that you dragged me along. Oh, she didn't drag me along. She went, do you want to come? And I went, yeah, all right. But I am glad that I went to see it. But we sat down and I was like, oh, okay, here we go. And she said something along the lines of 2 hours and 40 minutes. And I went, oh, what, like all together? Because obviously that's the length of the show kind of thing. Like if you go and see it on West End or Broadway, it's about 2.5, 3 hours. And she was like, oh, no, just this part. And I was like, you what now? We're here for 3 hours. She went, no, 2 hours and 40 minutes. I was like, oh. I don't think even Endgame was like that long.
It weren't that long.
And I didn't drag you to that. Like I just went and saw it on my own because I knew you wouldn't sit through 2 hours and 40 minutes of superheroes. But hey ho. But no, everyone plays the part really well, and it's definitely worth seeing. I think it's going to be like an instant classic, an instant favorite. So yeah, but yeah, go and see it.
It's gonna be popular.
I'd say Loathing, for anyone that is a bit of a theatre nerd, I like the way they did Loathing. Loathing was very good, but it's very true to the show, you know. So it's they don't deviate. But the one thing that I will say doesn't give anything away is Defying Gravity was a million times more epic on film
All right.
than it ever could be on stage.
Because the thing is, I've listened to the soundtrack, so I've heard the new version, but I wasn't as wowed as Adina's powerful voice.
Vocally, obviously, Idina Menzel. I'm doing a John Travolta
You doing
here.
a Travolta?
I'm doing a John Travolta.
Is he
But
into
you know, the stage version is obviously a lot more powerful,
Mm,
and I don't think you can compare apples and oranges. But
No.
visually, what you see on the film, because obviously in a movie you can defy gravity,
yeah.
on stage you can't, or you can to an extent. You know, you're still contained within four walls, whereas this is very big and very epic. So yeah, good film. Good film. There you go. That's my wicked rant.
Well, one thing is to note as well is a lot of people obviously have gone into this blind. They've seen that it's Ariana Grande, it's a musical, and they're taking young kids to this. I'm like, this is not a kids' film by any
No.
means.
There were children in the audience today, and I
Mm.
was kind of like, I'm not sure if they should be here. Like there was put it this way, when we walked in, we went to an Odeon, and like all cinemas, they have like the little booster seats, don't they, for the children or the very short adults. You know, depending which way. If you need a booster seat, have a booster seat. But they have all them like positioned at the front. And as we walked in, there was a parent kind of haggling with another parent if they could have the booster seat. So they had run out of booster seats, and we walked in when the doors opened. Like it was kind of like, wow, they're all gone already. This is insane. So yeah, and there was a kid crying at the front, which really annoyed me. Yeah, it really annoyed me.
Yeah, it's I think a lot of people have been tricked with the trailer and the way Ariana Grande sort of comes down with the pink bubble, and they make it look like it's going to be a princessy kids movie. They really do. And obviously, if you're not aware of the stage production, it's got a bit of a darker meaning.
And obviously, all the like Mattel Barbie toys as well.
Yeah,
like it's marketed at kids, but you know,
just don't check out wicked.com because that is not the URL, Mattel. Bad Mattel.
Which a website that the Geek Week does not promote or like support. But hey, but yeah, it's all good. But yeah, it's been a good week. It's been a very geeky weekend for me.
That's been for me. I've been. Do you know what I've today? We put up our Christmas tree this weekend.
Oh, we're doing ours next weekend.
Our tree's up. And this today, I'm not gonna lie. Me and my wife just sat and had a Sunday lunch, and we sat and watched Home Alone. So we're now in the full Christmas swing.
Nice. Home Alone goes on in our house maybe once a week. It's like a couple of the kids. It's their kind of comfort film, and it will go on maybe once a week in our house. Only the first one, not the others, but Home Alone 1.
See, I like Home Alone 3. Me, I'm a bit of a sucker for Home Alone 3.
Yeah. One thing I think we can talk about now, because it's a couple of weeks done, or maybe it's a couple of weeks done. Cobra Kai. You
finally caught up?
Oh yeah, I caught up like maybe my last on Monday, like just shortly after we filmed. But I thought I wouldn't. Yeah, I thought I wouldn't say anything because we'll wait and do the chat on the stream. But yeah, that last episode was tense.
Do you think it was a cop out? It felt, I don't know, it felt like a cop out.
Well,
story-wise,
like we're going to talk spoilers because it's been out for a couple of weeks now, so you know there's no excuse. My son watched it ahead of me, the final episode, and I was like, oh, like my older son, And then he was like, "Oh, don't worry, like, I want to watch that final episode with you again." And he's terrible for trying to keep spoilers. Like, he kept going, "Oh, do you want to know?" And I was like, "No, no, no." It's, "Oh, do you want to know about it?" No, no, let's just sit and watch it together. And then I was literally putting it on, and as he's loading it up, I was scrolling on Facebook, and I saw like the Cobra Kai poster and some kind of headline along the lines of like, Cobra Kai writers discuss why that death had to happen. And I was like, what? I was like, what? So threw my phone across the room, and I was like, right, I need to just watch it. And so I watched the whole episode knowing someone was going to die, trying to guess who it was going to be the whole way. And I was like, right, well, it can't be that one because that's linked to this, and that's no, he's going to die here. No, oh no, she's going to die now. And it was all over. And then it got to it, and I was kind of like, oh, all right.
Yeah, I thought the big guy was going to Ivan Drago someone at one point because it looked like that way, didn't it? I thought he was going to go like full Ivan Drago and like use his full power and kick 10 bells out of someone. But no, it was a bit of a cop out ending. I felt it felt like they didn't know who to let win those fights, so they did that as a way of postponing writing it.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like.
I was really looking forward to like the kind of how it was going to end, and then when Cobra Kai came back into the tournament, I was like, oh come on, this is okay. It's Cobra Kai, like of course that was going to happen. But then when they were, I thought that Axel, his name was, I thought he was going to kill Miguel. I thought that was going to be the big thing because Miguel's kind of got the most going for him and everything like that, and I thought that that's what was going to happen. And also, he's not directly linked to anyone else in it, is it? Like, whereas Robbie's obviously Johnny's son and Sam's Daniel's daughter and all that kind of stuff. Whereas I thought, even though Miguel is tied closely to them both, it's a death that could affect them both, but not on a blood level kind of thing. And with Axel kind of having the hots for Sam, I thought this is what's going to happen. He's going to, like you say, Ivan Drago Miguel, and then he didn't. And I was like, oh, mate, should let me write this. It would have been a lot more epic. But yeah, I don't know. I think my favorite thing is that Chosen and Cobra Kai lady have become like this power couple. I was like, this is incredible. Like, I don't know why this didn't happen sooner. Like, why have we had to wait?
When I messaged you, because like there's that episode where she's got her hair down, not in the giant ponytail. She looks like a completely different person. Like, it's so weird.
Not a lot more attractive. I was like, good boy, Chosen. Like, you've done well. Like, and she's a badass. So it's like, it's all good.
I love the fact that they bring back what's he called? You did the Silverhead leader. What do you call him?
What, Silver?
Silver, yeah.
Yeah.
Silver. And he's sat in a hot tub, just chilling.
I was like, yeah, he was always going to come back. I thought, like, it was just. But then I was talking to my son about it, and he was like, and then logic kind of kicked in, and he was like, oh well, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, and I was like, yeah, but Kreese is going to go to jail because he's broken out of jail, and now he's just been on a televised tournament. Like, that's his only path. His only path is to end up in jail because that's where he's supposed to be anyway. He's like, oh, I don't know. I was like, well, yeah, the legal system isn't going to turn around and go, oh, well, because you're a part of that, karate tournament, like, yeah, don't worry about it. But yeah, I'm excited, but I don't feel as invested as I was after that last episode.
Well, I personally, this is me going off on a tangent again. I've got no credible sources. I have no inside knowledge. This is just me thinking storylines and where I think it might go. With the kids all kicked off the way they did and stuff, I'm wondering whether the Sakai Takai will basically say they'll send the kids home basically, but all the adults will stay, and it will then turn into the leaders of the dojo will go head to head rather than the children to announce the winner of the Sakai Takai, meaning that then we'll get to see, Silver versus Johnny, Kreese versus Daniel. You'll get those kind of fights that we've been waiting for a long time, and then they could do it that way rather than have the kids lose anything, or then we don't have to choose a winner or the loser between the kids. They're all winners, kind of thing. Yeah. Stick it with the adults, and then you can have that moment of Kreese probably getting killed or something and getting reinvested. Then that way,
yeah. I don't know. I just the problem is I don't feel as invested in any of them apart
Oh,
from
yeah.
obviously the main
Mm.
Miyagi-Do kids. Like I
'Cause I
don't
also
want to
think that
see
would
any of
be
the others.
the
Go
way
on.
I started thinking it, that would also be a cool way for them to bring Jackie Chan then into it,
Yeah.
and then have him linked to it to then link the movie all together. Because like, I'm still thinking
Yeah.
like, how do they fit him in for the movie? Because he's all part of the same universe. They've got to cameo him somewhere, surely.
I think even if they don't cameo him, I think it will be that's where Daniel goes next. Like that's where Daniel finishes this series. He goes off to
Yeah, to do
is it
so.
Japan he's going to find him?
Yeah, I think so. Somewhere like
Yeah.
that.
But yeah.
My only other thing is if it does come down to, because obviously we know where the girls' fights are going. Come on, it's gonna, Tori and Sam. It'll end up with, won't it?
Yeah, but who's going to win that? Because I think they're balancing both stories out quite well.
Sam has nothing to gain from winning. If you think of the story arc, what does Sam have to gain from winning against Tori this time? I
No.
think Sam will take the teachings of Miyagi-Do and will say Mr. Miyagi never wanted to compete. Mr. Miyagi always said it was defense only. And
Yeah.
she's gonna basically she'll basically bow out in the competition. She'll basically succeed to Tori and say you like let her win, not let her win, but there'll be
See, but
some honourable moment where she'll like say something, and it'll let
you know what?
Tori win the championship.
I thought when me and my son were talking, when we were watching it, and I said, because there's that part where Tori's talking to the woman from Cobra Kai and she's saying, is it worth it? And all that kind of stuff. And I said to my son, I said, I think that she's going to like, what's the word? When they submit, like she's going to, no, there's a proper word for it. But she's basically not going to fight and give the fight to Sam because her win would be to stop fighting because she's been fighting her whole life.
Yeah.
And we've kind of seen that, haven't we, with like the backstory we saw in this series. So I think for her kind of goal, her way of kind of completing her story would be to not fight. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then she kind of wins by realizing she hasn't got a fight. But then it also shows that she's taken on the Miyagi-Do teachings. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't think Sam's going to care either way. Like,
No,
she's
there's
not.
nothing to gain from it.
I'm not quite sure she's even there. Like, it's like, come on, like you don't care. Let's be honest. But I can't figure out the Robbie and Miguel. Like, I don't know.
I think I don't know how they would do it, but I would love to see it that it comes down to them two in this now, because that kid's now dead. Cobra Kai's no longer got a main male winner, so he's out of the competition. I'd love to see it, like if the big guy, because that big guy was the reason that kid got killed. Maybe he has doubt, like maybe he has he thinks badly about himself and his leader and all that stuff, and he bows out.
Yeah.
And what if it does come down to both members of Miyagi-Do for the championship, and then it is literally, the two male leads from the beginning, full circle kind of thing. That would be cool. And like deciding like the friends, the brothers, whatever, they're just going to give it their all and see how it goes, kind of thing. And we get like a proper decent fight between the two of them, but like with no animosity for once.
Yeah, no, that would definitely work. That would definitely work.
Climactic though.
Yeah. One person I will say, Kenny.
Yeah, he's cool.
His fights were awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just thinking.
I would still love to see him be a double agent for Terry, or somehow Silver gets in his ear again and he switches sides to take the male lead role for Cobra Kai. That would be awesome instead of that Chinese kid that got killed.
Yeah, that would work.
The male lead for them. That would be a cool switch, wouldn't it? So it's Tori and Kenny versus Sam and Robbie. Because obviously Robbie taught him as well, so that would be a cool fight between them two. It's like almost, because he's kind of got like a big brother feeling towards him.
Yeah, no, that would definitely work.
He served time with his big brother, and there's a cool sort of mentorship there that could be cool to play out.
Yeah, that would definitely work. But yeah, I don't know. And we got to wait till what? Is it February or something?
February now, yeah, we've got a while to wait now.
So long. But yeah, I don't know. I was thinking as well, just talking kind of cinema and stuff like that. I haven't heard much about Venom. Have you seen it yet?
No, but it's died a death, hasn't it? And nobody's talking about it, and it's like Sony's wafted it under a carpet.
It's just come out and that's it. Like I've not even seen any kind of spoilers, like or anything like that.
Well, it's because they built up the fact that they're going to bring in the big bag Null into it, and then he just doesn't do anything for the whole film except sits on a throne.
Does he not?
He doesn't do anything in the whole film. He does this bit where apparently says "I'm finally coming" or something, but then that's it. And then at the end of the Venom movie, it supposedly stops Null from being able to leave his kingdom. So the whole point of Null was just literally null and void. So it's pointless him even being in it. It's the most weirdest ending to a movie ever.
Oh.
It's a very anticlimactic film, and everyone was saying if you enjoyed Venom 1 and you enjoyed the second Venom, then you're going to inevitably enjoy the third one. But a lot of people are saying it's finally been put out of its misery.
Oh, really?
Well, it was never a true representation of Venom, was it? It was always his version of it and a slightly comedic kids version.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of died to death, and I think Sony wishes that didn't exist. I'm really at some point I'm wondering whether Marvel can say something to Sony and take the license off of them, because they've had flop after flop after flop. They've not had a single hit, have they?
Well, I saw that because Craven's obviously due to come out soon, and I saw that they've said like don't tarnish our movie with the other movies, like give us a chance kind of thing. And there was like a picture of Venom and Morbius, and it was like we're not part of this gang, like just give our movie a shout.
But they're all linked. They're all linked.
I know.
They're all tarnished together. And it doesn't matter how good this film is. We've seen that stupid rhino. It looks awful. It's a very crappy, blocky looking rhino. It looks like it belongs in Minecraft.
It's
very CGI.
Don't start me on the Minecraft film.
I'm so excited for that.
I'm really excited, but everyone's going mad. But I'm really excited for it. I think there's more to it. We've only had a teaser. But while we are talking movies, we will get onto Black Friday stuff in a bit. But while we are talking movies, How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, that looks so good.
It's
almost like they've seen what Disney's done with their remakes and basically gone, hold my beer.
They really have. They've kind of gone, right, this works. And I think are we going to get a live action Shrek? Like
the thing that they did that Disney didn't do, which they should have done, when Disney made Lion King, they should have made them the characters look like their animated counterparts in live action. That's how that should have come across. They literally just did the same, like the way the dragon looks on screen for that movie is how the dragon looks in the cartoon. They haven't really changed much except the color tones to make him look more realistic.
Yeah.
But that dragon looks like it's just stepped out of the animation, which is brilliant.
I know. It's incredible. I don't know. It just looks so good. Like it really does look so good. The fact that Gerald Butler is coming back to actually voice I can't remember the name of the dad. What's the name of the dad?
Oh, I can't remember the names of them. It's been a long time.
But Gerald Butler's voicing him. But then at the same time as this trailer dropping, there was Moana leaks. Did you see that?
Yes, the Moana trailer's dropped now as well, hasn't it? Oh, you mean the live action leaks with the Rock in the Maui suit? Yeah, that looks cool.
That's a strategic move. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
like they are strategic leaks. They are not.
The Rock is not, and they knew that he would look good as that character because he's got the natural build of that character. They were very clever how they did that.
Yeah,
I'm just upset that she's not playing the live action Moana. That's my only gripe, because she does look like Moana and she is about the right age.
Yeah, she's a great actress. Very easily played that part, but yeah, she's not, which is I agree. It is a shame. But there we go. So, but I don't think there was anything else movie-wise.
Oh yes, there was. Don't get me started. Yes, mate.
Was there?
Guess what's dropping very soon into public domain?
We talk about another horror movie here.
Oh yes.
Go on. No way. They're doing a horror.
Popeye the Slayer Man will be hitting cinemas next year.
Oh, no.
And oh mate, Popeye the Sailor Man or the Slayer Man stalks a spinach factory. And there is a gruesome red band trailer that you can see right now on YouTube. Go see it.
No
It looks
way.
so weird. He's
Has he got
basically
Has he got the big forearms?
mate, it's stepped out. It's a live action Popeye that stepped out of a comic book. I don't know how they've done that forearms, but he's got the big chunky arms with the big anchor tattoo, and
Oh,
it is full on Popeye, except he's just is a salty sea dog pirate that's killing people that run a spinach factory. Because
did
of course he does.
did you also? Oh, Joshy Boy's Toys said there's 2 being made.
What of
on
Popeye? There's 2 Popeyes.
That's mental. On Prime, I did see a Grinch horror film.
Oh, mate, that is amazing. The mean one.
Yeah, is it good?
Please watch. Yes, that is amazing.
I
Beyond
thought of
amazing.
you straight away. I saw it and I
Oh.
was like, how has Sorrel not told me about this?
Mate, they're
Like,
all rubbish. They're all rubbish in their own way, but they're fun rubbish. It's a good B movie. If you're into B movies, give them a watch.
I love a B movie.
It's somebody who has basically watched the Jim Carrey version of The Grinch and basically gone, that's terrifying. Let's do that, but with horror. Because it is somebody doing a Jim Carrey impression.
No way. Does it look like that version of
Very
The Grinch?
similar. Very similar. Just a bit more menacing, but it looks very similar. It's like someone's taken the Jim Carrey Grinch and gone, he's going to kill Cindy Lou Who and he's going to stalk around a house for the night. That's basically what it is.
I'm going to go and watch that tonight. That's you've sold it to me. That's fine. I saw it and I was kind of like, is this going to be as bad as it looks? But yeah, you've sold it to me. That's fine.
Have you seen that we're going to be able to watch Wallace and Gromit on Christmas Day as well?
I'm here. What Wallace and Gromit? What, a new one?
Yeah, the new Wallace and Gromit movies. Yeah, the new one is going to be on BBC and it's going to be on Christmas Day.
No, really?
Yeah, have you not seen the trailers?
No.
Because mate, have you not seen the trailers? Are you the only person in Britain that doesn't know about the fact that the penguin's getting out of prison?
But what?
Feathers McGraw from The Wrong Trousers, the little penguin. He has served his time, my friend. He has been in prison for over 30 years. And
legitimately 30 years.
It's been genuinely a long time. Yeah, it's about 30 years, I believe. And he's now served his time and he's getting out this Christmas. Because obviously he got put away at Christmas. He's getting let out at Christmas. And he's coming back for revenge in a full 90-minute episode.
No way.
How have you not heard about this?
I
You
haven't.
can see the trailer right now. It's going to be on Netflix. It's going to be on Netflix, but it is coming to the BBC first on Christmas. So we get it before the Americans. So it's called Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Foul.
No way. No way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just Googling this now. Just very quickly as well, Joshy Boy says, am I right in saying the guy who plays Grinch is also the one that plays Art the Clown? You are. That is the same actor.
He is, yeah.
Yeah. So
He's really bidding for himself to be the Joker next. He wants to be the Joker.
I think it'd work. It's David.
I think it.
David Thornton. David Thorne.
Something like that. David Thorne or Thornton. And I think
no,
play
David Howard Thornton. Here we go.
David Howard Thornton. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I could see him playing a bit of an older version of the Joker. He's not a young guy, is he? He's a bit of older, isn't he? If I remember rightly.
This is interesting, though. This is interesting, right? So, I'm just on his IMDb. David Howard Thornton, right? So he played the Joker in a YouTube series called Nightwing Escalation. Played Art the Clown in the film Terrifier, but he is best known for his role as Grandpa Who in the 1st to 5th national tours of Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the musical. So he played Grandpa Who on the musical tour and then went on to play the mean one in the thing. Yeah. Joshy Boy there saying his Joker impression was amazing. I'm going to have to go and watch that YouTube series. Nightwing Escalation it's called. That's pretty cool. I'm just seeing if I can find it. He's done quite a bit, to be fair. Yeah. done quite a bit. Here we go. Oh yeah, no, he's got a proper classic looking Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like that. Oh, there's quite a few series of it as well. 3 series of this YouTube thing.
I have to give it a watch.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up. Yeah,
But yeah,
I like
his
I
Joker
like
looks
a
pretty good.
YouTube series sometimes. Has that white dragon come out yet? It's not. Has it come? It hasn't come out. Is it Legend of the White Dragon?
So,
No, I haven't seen anything about it anyway.
I haven't seen anything about it. I'm guessing they're going to scream about that when it comes out because of everything that's happened with Jason David Frank. So I can't imagine that just coming and going without anyone noticing, especially us in the geek world. We're going to know about it.
No, I mean I see a lot of the figures being thrown around and people kind of picking those up and all the rest of it, but I haven't seen anything about the film. So this is like just bugging me now. It's like it's just looking at me in the background. I'm gonna have to get it out while we're on camera. I'm annoyed.
No,
What?
There's no release date as of yet. They've just put 2024, but they've not updated it or anything. Say 2025 yet.
Okay.
It's just there's about you can buy a T-shirt and stuff with his face on it and stuff, but there's no updates or anything.
No. Oh, this looks amazing. I love a new figure. Talking of figures, let's talk some Black Friday stuff.
Yeah, we kind of decided to do this episode. We were like trying to list out some episodes for the rest of the year, and we decided to do a Black Friday so with it coming up over the next coming week. Obviously, some deals have started already on some websites, but I think we're a week too early because nothing massive has come out yet.
There's not any really big ones, are there?
No, not at all, which is upsetting me. Amazon have got some good deals. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I've picked up a bundle of stuff on Amazon. But yeah, probably nothing this podcast would get excited about. I'm going to be honest.
No. I think Amazon have got some good ones. A couple of ones that I've seen, and I don't know whether these are technically the Black Friday deals or whether they're just kind of deals that have come up. But if you're interested in the Dungeons and Dragons figures, the animated series ones, you can get Bobby and Uni now for like £12.50 at HMV, which is a pretty decent deal.
Yeah, they're appearing in game for the same price as well.
Yeah. Jada Toys Universal Monsters, you can get them for $7.99 on Zavvi. The 6-inch Universal Monster ones.
Well worth they're good. They're good figures. Them well worth picking up.
Yeah, they've got Frankenstein's the one they're kind of leading the market in with for $7.99, which isn't too bad at all. And like you say, they're pretty decent figures. As you said, Amazon have got quite a lot of decent things going on. I think the one that stood out to me the most was they've got NECA gargoyles down to like 25 quid.
Did you see that you can get the gaming one for 15 quid?
No.
Yeah, NECA gargoyles. Let me find the details for you. But yes, you can get there. It is. Oh, it's gone up in price now. They've changed the price again. The other day I went on here and that was 15 quid. They've put the price up. Yeah, they must have sold that one and they've gone up again. But yeah, the gaming one was down to a ridiculously cheap price. Ridiculous.
Wow.
I wish I'd have picked them up myself now. I've managed to pick up Dal Sims on there now for $17.99, which is a great bargain. Well worth picking up. The Jada Toys Street Fighter figures are amazing.
They are incredible. I'm tempted to get one or two of these NECA gargoyles just to kind of go with my new kind of monster style shelf.
Yeah.
Just because not necessarily to have them as gargoyles from the TV show Gargoyles, but just to have like a gargoyles type character, if you like. That's going straight in my basket. What else we got? Diamond Select.
Sorry, go on.
No, Diamond Select Crow is down as well on Amazon. One that I did see though, for any Lego fans, any Marvel Lego fans, you can get the Sanctum Sanctorium, or however you say it, from Asda online for £170 now.
Nice.
That's down from like what, 220 down to like £17, £170, which is pretty good. In-demand toys have got their Black Friday deals up. Let's just have a quick look. So if you're looking for Dungeons and Dragons, the movie figures, they're down to £7. You can actually get the Gelatinous Cube for £6.99 in demand toys, which is ridiculous considering that was like 40 quid when it came out.
Yep. I paid full
Yeah,
price for
but
that.
they've got pretty much all of the movie figures for £6.99, all in stock. Yeah, every single one of them in stock over on In Demand Toys. So if you're a fan of that movie and you never picked up the figures, go and pick up the whole lot for like 40 quid.
Yeah, on Amazon you've got the new Beyblade X. So all the Beyblades are marked down to £6.49. It's the starter set one. So if you're just looking to get a Beyblade and the Ripcord, it's £6.49. It's an absolute steal. Plus you can get the save 5% on any 4 items. If you do pick up a few of the items on the Black Friday deal, which most of them are on that, you're going to save a further 5% overall as well, which is awesome. The Hero Quest as well. You know Hero Quest from Hasbro?
Yep.
They're all on heavily discount. The original base game, annoyingly, they haven't put that on Black Friday, which is irritating. But all the expansions are down to 15 quid. So if you are looking to pick up a bunch of the expansions for your game cheap, now's the time to do it.
Yeah, definitely. Having a look at in-demand toys, basically their Black Friday deals are the Dungeons and Dragons and a few Transformers, but the Transformers have all sold out, all bar a couple. Smiths have started their Black Friday though, haven't they?
Yeah, Smiths have got some amazing deals on, and so have Sainsbury's. Sainsbury's is one I've been keeping my eye on this year because they seem to have a deal with Zuru toys because they've got a hell of a lot of Zuru toys on sale this year.
Mm-hmm.
You know the so there's like you get the hot the Hot Wheels race car sets.
Yes.
This is the Zuru toys equivalent, and it's like a big racetrack with a big spider that comes down at the end.
Yeah.
That was originally like 50 quid. It's down to 22 quid in Sainsbury's.
Wow.
And they've got the big, you know, the X shots, which is their equivalent of Nerf.
Yep.
Big figure, this big set, and they all into. You can like connect them all together as well, which is cool. Well, you get like a big gun, a pistol, and I think there was another gun, like an Uzi gun style in there, and that was down to 20 quid for the whole set. It was an amazing bargain.
Nice. I'm just having a look on Smiths at the moment, and if you're a fan of Lego, there's some really good deals to be had at Smiths. So just off the top of my head, so if you're looking at the Ultimate Collector Series stuff, you can get the Millennium Falcon, which is down from £735 down to £525, which is a lot of money, but I've had that set and it's probably one of the best Lego sets I've ever built in my life. I don't think I'll ever build something better than that. Well worth the money if you're a big Star Wars and Lego fan. You've also got things like the Hogwarts Castle. Again, that's another set that I had. Phenomenal build, very repetitive, but really, really good build. And that's down £100, so that's down to £306. You've also got Notre Dame, the architecture one, down 40 quid to £159. Some really, really good deals to be had on Lego over there.
Yeah, across the board as well. It seems to be. I've seen them at Smiths, I've seen them at Entertainer, and I've now seen them on Amazon and stuff. All the Transformers One merchandise from Hasbro is all on discount
It's
everywhere.
all dropped, hasn't it? Yeah.
All massively dropped. You can get the all singing, all dancing, it was Prime that speaks and stuff, and that was originally like $34.99. It's down to like 20 quid now.
Yeah. Another one as well. If anyone's a fan of buying 6-inch vehicles, you've got the WWE Lucha Lowrider vehicle down to $34.99, which is pretty cool. If you're a fan of picking up vehicles for your figures. What does crack me up is all the Mr. Beast stuff is gone on discount already, and that's literally just come out, hasn't it?
It's been out a little while now, but it didn't sell very well. They put the wrong price on it.
Yeah.
There's a Fat Mojo and Funko set a price of $4.99, which seems about right. That's a standard price. It doesn't matter whether you're picking up a mystery mini, doesn't matter whether you're picking up one of the blind bags from Fat Mojo. They're all $4.99 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
The Mr. Beast company decided to go in at £6 for their test tube, and it's a test tube with 2 minifigures in it. They're like this big. I think I've got some on my desk. They're like this big. They're tiny little things.
Yeah.
And they're just it's all gimmicky. It's because you put water in it, you shake it, it froths up, and then they leak out and all that crap. But if you just look, if you're buying them for the figures, which most kids are, it's not worth £6. No way, mate.
No. The thing is, when I take my kids there as well, especially the ones that are the age that these are kind of aimed at, they don't care what's on the front of the box. They don't care, like, obviously, like things like Beast Labs and stuff like that, they know the names, but if there's something on the shelf that does the same kind of thing that's got a different name on it, they don't care. They just want to get the most of their money. Talking of Zuru, though, they've got the mini brand books. You seen those ones?
I love them.
Yeah, they're down to £6 in Smiths at the moment, and your gross minis as well. They've got the big bucket there as well.
The Mega Gross Minis, Amazon have got them at £4 a capital right now, down from £8. So the half price on Amazon right now. And mate, have you seen them videos that I've been putting out?
Yeah,
mate. Look, I love this. Let me show you this one.
The Terra Fried gross bucket is down to £20 on Smiths.
So instead of Prime, it's Slime.
That's wicked.
I
mean, they're proper gimmicky, but they're cool. They're cool. I think they're the kind of thing that they're going to come and they're going to disappear very quickly, and then they're going to become really sought after.
Well, they're already on Series 2, and apparently they're already working on Series 3. Series 1 came out about 7 months ago, and then they've just released Series 2 recently. So they're already working on Series 3. The mini brands line by Zuru sells like hotcakes.
Yeah,
I mean, I can literally, like, when you go into Smith's, you see them all because they're all by the same company. They're all by the same company. They're all by Zuru. There's only one other one that isn't, and that's the MGA ones.
Yeah,
that's your Harry Potter and the Make It Mini. They're from a different company, but all the other ones are mini brands, which is Zuru.
One of my favorite things that has just popped up. Do you remember Ghost Castle, the board game?
Yeah, they've got that on massive discount there.
You can buy that for £12.29, and it's literally like the original game.
Nice.
I think by the looks of it, there's a little bit of an update with like electronics and stuff, but yeah, it's essentially the same game. There's quite a lot in here, actually. You know what I mean? And especially for people with kids, there's a good range of age things.
You're a fan of Gremlins, aren't you?
Yeah, mate, I love Gremlins.
Hey, have you seen the Fugler Gremlins? You know what Fuglers are, right?
Yeah.
So Fuglers have got a recently released the Gremlins, so you can get Stripe and you can get Gizmo. And Entertainer cannot keep them in stock. I've not even got them yet. Entertainer cannot keep them in stock. I've been visiting my store every delivery day, and they're already sold out. People are lining up to get them. They're like on the door.
Yeah, I would expect they would sell quite well.
They're selling at this time of year, obviously, as well with being Christmas. The Mogwai is selling really bad, like really fast.
Oh, they actually do a Mogwai. Is it just look like Is it just look like?
No, so it's Gizmo. So you've got Gizmo, but he's got the Fugler teeth and everything, and then you've got Stripe, which has got he's got like buttons for eyes and stuff. Very creepy looking.
All right. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I wouldn't mind picking them up.
Yeah, they're well worth looking at. Entertainer. I'm guessing after Christmas they'll probably become readily available, but right now they are selling out left, right, and center. I've got alert on the website. I'm hoping they come back before Christmas.
Sorry, mate. I'm now opening this up. I'm now on a mission to open this up and get this kind of on the shelf before the night is out. Yeah, but there is some good deals to be had, and I think that the nice thing is we've not seen the end of them. There are going to be more deals to be had. Yeah,
and it's only going to get more and more this week, isn't it? Because we are now approaching Black Friday. It is our cousins over in America. It is their holiday, but we have slowly adopted it here in the UK. The Black Friday.
Oh, massively. We are
over here now,
which I don't quite understand.
I don't understand
how we've kind of taken it on. Well, that doesn't really make sense to me. But
Future generations in the UK will probably sell it. We'll probably have Thanksgiving in some form or another, I reckon. We're slowly adopting it bit by bit.
yeah,
More and more
it won't
youngins are Americanized.
won't make any sense for us to have it, but
No.
we will have it. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. So I was saying to you about likenesses on Hot Toys like that.
Yeah.
How scary is that?
That is good.
It's
That is
phenomenal,
scary.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I just need to. It's really scary, but I don't use the unmasked heads that much, to be fair. Like, I prefer having my like. I mean, it looks cool, but it's just then a model of Tom Holland on my shelf, and I'm not really that.
Not that big of a fan at all.
That's a totally different kind of fan bracket. But Spider-Man or Iron Spider, yeah, I'll have that. But yeah, ooh. I love it when they include the little mask accessory. That's always makes me laugh. Yeah.
Have you got anything else new coming this week?
I don't know. You know, I actually genuinely don't know. Oh no, I tell you what, there's the Thunder Toys 1/6 scale Ghost Rider, the Nicolas Cage head sculpt. It's not Nicolas Cage, but it's Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
And it was due to be released in the summer. And like with a lot of these things, they kind of get put back, and you don't know where they're coming or when they're coming. And then all of a sudden they drop, and they've dropped. So that should be with me at some point. So I've got that coming, which will be good fun. I've got a T800 1/6 scale figure at some point coming as well. Hellboy as well, but I don't know when these things are going to turn up. They'll turn up when they turn up. But yeah, oh no, I've got another Spider-Man as well. I've got the integrated suit from No Way Home.
Nice.
But that's about it. I haven't got any, apart from the Deadpool Marvel Legends. I haven't got any Marvel Legends in the works.
No, me neither.
The Sentinel, the pre-order window for the Sentinel's closed. Is it closed now? Or it closes today?
I'll have a quick look.
I think it closes today, to be fair.
Let's have a look. Hasbro Sentinel 97. Yeah, you can still pre-order it right now. It's saying pre-order, it's still there. Pre-order by the 26th, so we've got a couple more days.
Tuesday. See, I had it in my hands. It was in my head that it was the Sunday that the pre-order stopped.
No, it's still ongoing at the moment.
Oh right, okay.
Let's have a quick update on the old HasLab. Let's see where we're at with that. The Ghostbusters. It's got 8 days remaining.
Yeah, it's not doing very well.
8 days, 6 hours, 17 minutes, and 37.65 seconds. And they're on 9,415 backers with a target of 12. They've got 8 days to finish funding the project.
I'm a little bit concerned it's not going to back.
I don't know. Usually they do that thing where they'll put the figure up and they'll flood it with all the international market sales. So I'm hoping that might tip it over for you. It would be cool to see this go into production, because I'm hoping that somebody's going to want to sell me that ghost lady. The library ghost lady. I would buy that. I would buy that for a pretty penny off someone.
I don't think it's going to fund. I'm really concerned now it's not going to fund. Which would be a shame.
Sorry. I was going to say, did you also hear the other big news out of Hasbro this week?
Possibly. What was it?
So they have ended their movie division.
Oh, yes.
They've fully closed and ended off their movie endeavors, which obviously leaves the Transformers and G.I. Joe kind of thing in limbo now.
Yeah, which is a real shame, because I was quite looking forward to that crossover. I thought that was quite a good...
To be fair, Universal make the movies. I know they're helped by Hasbro, but I think it's a big enough selling franchise that Universal would continue it, especially with the fact that they use them in the parks so heavily in the marketing and things. I don't think they'll let Transformers die.
No.
I don't think that the cartoon version was what they were hoping it would do for the franchise. I think they were hoping for a fresh start there, and it didn't really work.
What, Transformers 1?
Yeah, it didn't perform as well as they wanted it to, did it? It's
Did
a
it
good
not?
movie. It's a good movie, and every fan I've spoken to have said it's an amazing movie. It's on par with the original cartoons, but
Yeah.
financially, it didn't do what they needed it to do. The other Transformers movies have outsold it. Put it that way. The Michael Bay ones have massively outsold it.
I didn't know that they'd outsold. I knew that it was kind of well received, but I didn't know that it had been outdone.
To casual moviegoers, it's a bit, for me, it all fits in that niche of like, like Fast and Furious. It's just smashy robot fun, as our friend Ryan would say. It's a popcorn flick that you don't need to take overly seriously. Your kids can sit through it and not really be offended by it. It's just an easy watching, cheesy action movie with giant robots. You can't really go wrong with that. So I think they'll keep churning those live action ones out, to be honest. I think this will be just they've attempted something new, but I don't think it'll stick.
No, fair play.
Which will be sad, but obviously they're gonna go. They're now saying they're moving into the gaming industry. Did you see that? They've changed their efforts from movies to gaming, and apparently already have a game in the works. They've already got a project currently going on. Apparently,
That's interesting. Sorry, I've just put my legs on my Iron Spider.
But the games that Hasbro produced over the years haven't been good either. The G.I. Joe game recently was diabolically bad. Yeah,
I don't think that that's a positive move, like a smart move. I don't know. Speaking of game though, did you hear about Game as the store game?
Yeah, they've lost a lot of people, haven't they, over at Game? They've let go
More
of
redundancies. There's
people to work in Sports Direct and things like that. All has been moving people around the company. Apparently, the head office is like a ghost zone now.
Yep, and they're actually like losing Game customers, like customers interested in buying games because they're not being managed like Game. Like I worked for Game many moons ago. I've mentioned this before, and it was a specialist store. You did your trade-ins, you did your pre-orders. Like there was a whole kind of culture that went with it. So to take that away and move into a concession of a sports store, like, I don't mean this disrespectfully, but let's stereotype for a minute. Us folk that like computer games are not the same folk that like football boots and like rugby shirts for the most part. Let's be honest.
Can I be honest? Can I give you the reason why they've done this? Can I tell you why?
Go on.
Nerds like me and you don't buy video games, we download them. There is a subculture of nerds that love FIFA every year, and they also love Call of Duty every single year. And guess what? They're not the people that would download the game because they're not that tech savvy. They're the chavvy kind of young lads that just want the game for 50 quid off the store shelf. So they'll go into Sports Direct, they'll buy the latest Nikes, they'll buy a chavvy shirt to go out in, and they'll buy the games. I don't mean that to be stereotypical, but I think that is literally why.
That's how they're doing it.
And I think they make the money off those games because more young lads will buy COD and FIFA every single year, every time they get churned out, more than they'll sell Funko Fusion or Civilization. They're not going to sell as many units as COD.
No,
and FIFA.
But it's also all the action figures and stuff that they've had. Like the prices for the action figures is ridiculous. How cheap they're doing them. So I don't know who they're trying to aim at. I don't know what the marketing kind of ploy here is. Because when I worked the game,
sorry, bud.
No, I was going to say when I worked there, the merchandise side of it was very few and far between. And we had some cool stuff come in, but it wasn't kind of action figures and stuff like that to that level.
No.
And then obviously Game then did go in that kind of HMV direction where they kind of brought in all the specialist stuff. And as somebody that's a massive fan of collectibles and action figures and all those geeky things, the majority of people will buy online. Like there will be a handful of brick and mortar stores that we will happily go to or that we're invested in or stuff like that. But the majority of us will look around for something. I've said this before about places like Mankind.
Yeah.
Like if I want something, I wouldn't go to Mankind
to
buy it. If I wanted, the only reason I'd go to Game is because I'd caught wind that there was a same kind of ridiculous sale or something like that. But I wouldn't go there to hopefully pick up my latest action figure fix.
Well, back in the day, Game used to get some really cool exclusives, which they don't get anymore. So,
No.
like, I remember queuing up at midnight to get the Wolfenstein. It was when they did the reboot of Wolfenstein, and you could get the doll of Blazkowicz.
Yeah.
And he came in a 12-inch doll, and it was in the box with the game, and you had to buy it at GameStore. It wasn't available anywhere else.
Yeah.
And I remember queuing at midnight to get that bad boy.
Is that the one with the bomber jacket and the
Yeah, the big yellow bomber jacket on and stuff.
Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah.
I've got one.
I got that.
I just
queued
pulled it
at
apart for
midnight.
parts. To be fair, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna use you for parts. But yeah, I've actually.
It was like an Action Man, basically, wasn't it? It was basically an Action Man figure.
Yeah, it was. It was
Very cool.
But
But yeah, I remember I miss stuff like that. And like when I bought, they used to do statues. Statues were a big thing because I remember having an Assassin's Creed statue, the two that clip together from Ubisoft. That were very cool. They used to get stuff like that, like really cool geeky gaming merch was like the thing, not the stuff they've got. I mean, like they've got Barbie and My Little Pony in there now.
No.
It's like, why are they there? It's like a toy store. It's trying to compete with Smiths almost, but with the prices of HMV.
What gets me though is that you'll go in there and there will be like a random Lego set next to a Barbie set, next to a My Little Pony, next to a Jada kind of die-cast toy, and then like a Matt Murdock Marvel Legends figure, and it's kind of like what, like who's this aimed at? But yeah,
have you heard about the fact that their online sales have been getting a bit dodgy as well?
what, things not turning up?
Things not turning up and things appearing that they never did in order. Like somebody got like 15 Zendaya action figures in a box and they ordered a video game.
Oh really? Wow.
Stuff like things in the. I think to me that sounds like sabotage. Like in the warehouse, the staff are obviously mad and have decided to start messing up because there's no way you can mess that up. There's no way you've looked at that and gone, who's ordering 15 Zendaya action figures? Come on. So the way it is like they've done that on purpose to wind people up.
Wow. No, I haven't heard that. I hadn't heard that, but that's quite funny. That is quite funny. But yeah, so is there anything you're hoping to see in Black Friday? Is there anything that you're kind of keeping your eyes out for?
Always, mate. I'm always. You know me. I'm the guy that's at Smith 3 times a week. I've always got my eyes and ears to the street. And for me personally, I'm hoping a bunch of the higher end Five Nights at Freddy's and Poppy's Playtime merch comes down a bit because like I'm 35. I can't be paying full price for a plushie, but I do want that catnap plushie that smells like strawberries. I kind of do want it.
Yeah, I'm not going to pay full price, but man, I want that strawberry smelling cat.
Have you seen the big Freddy head that blinks and talks and makes noise? Right. So basically, it's a big hollowed out head, but it's got electronics in it, so his eyes blink and it does the songs and the jump scare noises and all that stuff from the game. And inside it, there's like a Freddy plush, a Freddy action figure, a Mystery Mini, a Funko Pop. There's loads of stuff inside the head, but it's like 70 quid for this head.
Wow.
And I'm like, I can't justify that. But if they knocked it down to about 50, I think I'd twist my arm at 50 just for the damn head. Because you can set it to random. So it'll just sort of run in the middle of the night. His eyes will just light up and start looking around and then turn off again and stuff like that.
That's pretty cool.
That's creepy. And I kind of want that in like one of these display things in my room.
To be fair, like with all the helmets and stuff I've got, like I was never one that I wasn't fussed about the helmet side of it when it came to it. But then after I got a couple, I was like, you know what, these are a nice kind of addition to the collection.
Yeah.
And I think if Five Nights, if that was something that was in my collection, that would be up on the shelf. Like hands down, that'd be up on the shelf because I think that would be really cool, especially if it's like you can set it to random. That's a really cool. My biggest disappointment with the helmets is that the ones that are electronic, they're all button operated.
Yeah,
so it's not like I can turn on the mains and have them all lit up. That would be the ideal. If I could have all these rigged up so that I could press a button and then they all did what they did.
I'm honestly surprised Hasbro didn't put that feature in all their helmets, to be honest. Like we've said over the years, like they've released a lot of them, like the ones that light up and stuff. How cool would it be to have that constantly lit up by a USB plug or something?
Yeah,
that would be mint for the display.
Well, they've kind of got wise to it a little bit because the Ecto 1 has got that function,
right?
So you can plug it into a USB-C, and the the Hell Charger again is a USB-C operated thing. So when I do I've got my USB-C wire.
Yeah.
So when I've got it all set up, that will be rigged up to a USB. So when my display lights go on, the Hell Charger comes on, and then if the Ecto 1 does come out, the Ecto 1 will also come on. So you can have that function, but they've not done that with the helmets.
And it's like when Hasbro released the Star Wars helmets, you know, the X-wing helmets,
Mhm.
and they've got speakers in them, and they've got a fake microphone like this, but that doesn't do anything. It's like, why is that not got a jack plug-in for a headset so you can play Call of Duty or Fortnite while wearing the damn thing? Because
Yeah.
kids would do it. I'd do it.
Yeah,
I'm a giant
100%.
nerd. I'd love to do that.
100%. Or you play like a Star Wars game, you like put your proper
Helmet on.
That'd be amazing. But no, I think the helmets for me really are display pieces. Like that's
Yeah.
kind of as far as they go. Just because yes, you can wear them, but they're not very practical. Josh, your boy just said about a Deadpool head.
I
You
love
know,
that
that's
Deadpool head.
that's one that I haven't got, and I've seen it. I've seen it time and time again, and I was kind of like, I really need to add this to my display.
Do you know there's an app that you download and you can use it as a alarm clock, and it's not just a talking head that you push a button. It has an app and everything to enable it. So like you can use it as an alarm clock, and it uses Bluetooth on your phone, and it will turn on in the morning and do the whole wake up and rise and shine, Deadpool here. You know, time for you to get out of bed.
That was the big selling point for me. I was going to put it in our room, like, and not tell my wife that it was an alarm clock, and just see what she did when it kind of started talking to us in the morning.
I used to take mine to Comic-Con for our stalls, and I didn't sell it. I just had it on display at the Comic-Con because everyone used to come over to look at it because his eyes would blink, and obviously it's Deadpool's head just wiggling around, and he'd spout some random stuff. Like, I love the bit where he says, "Are you okay to talk about our Lord and Savior Charles Xavier?" That is my favorite line that he says. I love it.
That's awesome. Did you see it too?
Sorry, I'm surprised they've not done an updated version with Ryan Reynolds' voice yet.
Oh, money spinner.
Yeah.
Like, why? Why would they not? But speaking about X-Men, did you see the Lego set? The Manor, the X Manor.
The X Manor, and I'm excited because I'm going on Wednesday night to Lego store in Sheffield, and they actually have it on display in a glass box. So you can go like walk around it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing it in person. But I've seen it on the shelves, but just not built yet.
I was really tempted by it. I'm not going to lie. I was really tempted by it. But then I saw somebody on one of the Lego forums who had kind of redesigned it to add things on and make it more realistic size-wise. And they'd done like the whole basement bit under the basketball court with the blackbird and everything. And I was like, you know what? That is where it is. That's where it's at. That's you know. So then I was looking at it going, you know what? The actual set that you buy isn't good. It's same as the Nightmare Before Christmas one. I was so excited about that. But then when I saw what they actually produced, I was kind of like, it's not quite big enough. And they can do big sets.
Yeah, there's a guy on YouTube, I think he's called Nerd Block or something, and he's basically got a Marvel Lego setup, and he's got like the mansion, the Sanctum Sanctorum. He's got all of them set up in like a Lego city kind of thing. It's like a Lego Marvel city, and it looks amazing.
Cool. That is very cool.
So it does look cool with all the others, like with the Daily Bugle, and when you've got them all kind of like the Avengers Tower, and when you've kind of got them all set up together, it does look pretty cool.
I've seen somebody again do that with the Daily Bugle, where they've kind of put two sets together, and the Avengers Tower as well, where they put 2 or 3 sets together and made these things bigger and more kind of screen accurate, which is really cool. But yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting for a good Lego set to kind of grab me. I love my minifigures, like, and I'm populating my minifigure frame that I need to put up somewhere. But yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting for a good set to kind of grab my attention.
Have you seen the Series 27 minifigures leaked yet? Have you seen the pictures?
No.
So Series 27 Lego minifigures, there's a full image of what's coming.
Oh really?
Yeah. So there's the like a boogeyman.
Oh, is there? Yeah.
There's going to be like a steampunk inventor guy. He looks pretty cool. There's a Cupid for Valentine's Day. There's another dinosaur guy in there. So there's a pterodactyl this time. So this is the third, I think, of those ones. And there's like a dude dressed up as a hamster.
Oh yeah, I'll see this.
It's the first set that's made me go, actually, I want nearly all of them. They're very weird. I love them.
They are really weird.
They're so
They've
random,
gone
aren't
for a
they?
few small ones as well.
Mm.
Like there's a couple of kind of children-sized ones in there.
Yeah, the telescope kid. Very cool.
Yeah.
Different.
And the little hamster guy.
Yeah,
And the
I
little
like
Cupid.
little hamster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
None of
it's
them grabbed my
interesting.
attention though.
The boogeyman. I want the boogeyman or boogeyman, whatever they're calling him. I want him.
Yeah,
looks
he's
mint.
cool. But we've had that head sculpt before on something else.
Have we?
Just
I can't remember ever seeing it. That's why I was like, oh, that's a cool piece.
No, I'm sure we've had that headpiece on something else, but a different colour. I'm trying to think what now.
I'm honestly surprised they've never done a Fortnite minifigure series. It's just there. I keep saying it every time, but I'm really honestly surprised.
You know what I think? You know what I think it was? I think it was the Sasquatch.
Ah, okay. I'm
Hang
gonna
on.
Google. Oh, it's similar, isn't it? It's very, very,
Yeah.
very similar.
They've just
Similar
added
style.
some.
Yeah, they've sculpted it
horns
slightly
to it.
different with the horns. The Minotaur as well, very similar to it.
Yeah.
That's
No,
very cool.
oh, that's cool though. I'm waiting for the next Disney one. That's my big one because we got there's 3 series out at the moment in there.
Yeah.
And I've kind of where I put them in frames and they're actually up
Yeah.
in our house. That's the one thing. Disney Lego is allowed in our house. Everything else goes in my space. But we've got them in 3 frames, and I actually bought a full frame in anticipation of the 4th series because I knew there was going to be another one.
Yeah.
And then any kind of doubles that I got that I quite liked, I put in with our Disney Castle. But yeah, I'm just waiting for that next Disney.
Yeah,
Disney.
I'm hoping for another Harry Potter one because we've not had a Harry Potter set for a while as well, like the minifigure sets. It's been a long time since. I think last one was the grey pack with the ghost in it, the Myrtle.
Yeah,
I think she was the last set they did.
they're usually a couple of years apart though, so I
Mm.
think probably next year we'll be looking at another Harry Potter and another Disney.
That'd be cool if we got both in the same year. That'd be awesome. My wife would be over the moon.
That'd be well good, wouldn't it? Well good. But yeah, there we go. So next week we're talking to Triple G. Oh, we're talking comic books with Triple G.
Yeah.
That's going to be a fun episode. Didn't really get to the comments. We just kind of went on a bit of a rant.
Yeah, we kind of spoke earlier in the day. We're like, there's not many deals out. What we're going to talk about for 90 minutes. And we spanned this out. So I hope you've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But we have got next week with Triple J. And then after that, we are literally coming into the Christmas episodes. We've not got, we've only got 5 episodes left of the year now overall.
That's mad.
That's insane.
It's mad. So keep your eyes on our channels because the next bunch of 4 episodes are going to be coming out live in the next couple of days, hopefully. And it will show you all of our kind of Christmas and New Year lineup, what we're doing there. Got a couple of cool themed episodes with a couple of special guests and stuff like that. So we've got a good kind of tail end of the year, haven't we? And then towards the end of the year, we will then be talking about where we're going in 2025. So a few of the conventions that we're going to be at together, where you can come down and say hello and all that kind of stuff. If, of course, you are watching us on Catch Up, once again, sorry, what do they need to put in that comment?
Hashtag catch up grew.
That's it. And I did put up the ticker at the bottom earlier on, but if anyone does want tickets to that event on Tuesday, just drop me a message on Instagram or on TikTok or however you want to send me a message, and I'll make sure that your names are in that mix for the tickets. It's going to be a good event, that Transformers store opener. But yeah, I think that's about it. Obviously, wherever it is you're watching, thank you very much. We do appreciate you tuning in. Do check out the descriptions of the videos so that you can see, where to follow and all that kind of stuff. Elsewhere, we'll be back next week with Triple G talking comics. Anything you want to add, Sorrel?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. What?
I want to say, people, if you're still watching and you're watching right now and you're still watching us, make sure you put in the comments something that's going to really confuse everyone else that's watching. So I want you to put in the comments just to prove that you've watched to the very bitter end of this and listen to our rant for 20 minutes to spam this out in full on 90 minutes, which is now ticked over, so I'll stop talking. If you want to just leave us a little comment with the words Geek Week splitting up. What? Put that in the comments to confuse everyone, please. Thank you.
What? You say I don't know? So get the band back together. Brilliant. Thanks very much, everyone. We'll see you next week. Till then, keep it geek.
Game over, man. It's game over.
Like, share, subscribe, don't miss out.